is Tuesday, 1st of October. I am very excited as we are finally in Halloween season. And if you're in the UK and you are going to Tully's this year, same, I cannot wait. I love Shocktoberfest. Brilliant. I did think it was overdue and that I should come on ready for a carpool because I haven't for a while. So, what is that? What is that that has just jumped out? Interesting. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, a few things here. So, we know that we are now in this harvest time for the Northern Hemisphere. We know that winter is on its way, that autumn is arriving. There might be some nostalgia going on. There might be some throwbacks to happier times, or just not happier times necessarily, but really good memories, things that are making you think of the past. And, you know, like the elephant never forgets. So there's things that play in your mind that remind you of a time that is bright and maybe good, or maybe a particular person, and it could mean a reconnection with someone. And no, I do not mean necessarily a love connection. I mean, it could just be friends, family. Obviously there's always the possibility of a reconnection to an ex, but let's not focus on that. We're not looking at love right now. We're just looking at, in general, there's this feeling of like, when you get into the colder winter months, you do look back on the brighter month, or things that have happened in the past with a bit of nostalgia, don't you, right? So this is just saying there's some like nostalgic feel right now, and thinking about things that have gone on previously, and a potential to reconnect with someone from, you know, some time ago in a positive way. And also there's a need for temperance, taking our times with things. So you might be feeling a particular way, but don't let that necessarily cause you to act, if you see what I mean. Don't let that necessarily push you down a path that you wouldn't have gone otherwise. Take your time when you're thinking about things. Even if you're thinking that something was better in the past, we often have a time where in our minds the grass is always greener on the other side, and that's not always the case. So temperance, take your time, you know, give yourself a space to breathe before jumping into something new. Give yourself time to rest and just absorb what's going on around you, and seeing things clearly and feeling like you're in a position of balance and understanding before taking any action. We also have the Nine of Wands, so linking this back to temperance, there's some perseverance here, and you know, you can see that you've got the porcupine, and over here you have, I think that's I'm gonna say it's a fox, but if it's not and someone else has these cards, correct me, but it looks like a fox. It looks like there's a potential for difficulties and a potential for things that you're having to really keep working and getting through, which I think is why the past is looking like a nicer place, because currently maybe there's some stuff that you've got going on, some stuff you're not feeling that content about, and you're feeling tired and you're feeling drained. I think really collectively across the world, a lot of us are feeling like that right now, so correct, cards. But yeah, I do think a lot of us are feeling like that, but don't give up. You know, if you look at the barrier between the porcupine and the fox, that's the porcupine's own spikes. So, or it seems to me to be the spikes anyway. So it's kind of like saying you can do it and you can protect yourself, but you just need to keep going and just be persistent and protect your peace. I think is really important right now. Take your time to see things clearly. Take your time to center yourself, ground yourself, and get your balance. And don't just be thinking that the past was better. Even if there's some lovely memories that you have there, and your current situation might not feel as bright, but that doesn't necessarily mean that things aren't gonna get better for you in the future. So just taking your time, seeing things clearly, sticking up for yourself where you need to, defending yourself where you need to in a way that is gonna, as I say, protect your peace, and using your smarts to outsmart whatever might be going on, thinking about how you can improve a situation. But again, if I can get to my little frog, taking your time and not rushing anything. So I hope that resonates. If it does, amazing. If not, that's cool. I don't know what comes through the cards sometimes. They just pop up like this, and I'm like, hey, cool, see what happens. But do look after yourselves, and I'll catch you soon, hopefully. Probably not though, because I seem to take ages between card pulls, but I'll try better.